Hi, I'm Jen Standifer with Arkansas Citizens for Transparency. We are a truly bipartisan group of Arkansans who disagree on most things but share a love for Arkansas and a distaste for any politics that take rights away from Arkansans. We were brought together by the recent attempts to get the Freedom of Information Act, and we wrote the Arkansas Government Disclosure Amendment and the Arkansas Government Disclosure Act of 2024, both to protect our rights under the FOIA and to keep our politicians in check. The amendment and the act work together as a package, and we need both measures to pass in order to sufficiently protect the rights of Arkansans. And I'll talk about each of those here. The first is the amendment, which does three things. It first guarantees a right to government transparency, and it puts that in the Arkansas Constitution. So we believe that our right to transparency is just as important as our rights to free speech and free exercise of religion. And we address that by making it a constitutional right, not just one that we know that we have. The second thing it does is state that if the legislature wants to change the laws concerning government transparency, they're going to have to ask the people's permission first. So 2/3 of the legislature will have to take that bill and vote to refer it to the people at the next general election, whereupon we will get to vote on whether or not it becomes law. The third thing it does is it says that if state government actors intentionally violate the Freedom of Information Act or government transparency laws, then we can now sue them, just as we would any other area. So that is the amendment. The act is longer. It addresses a number of different policies, and I invite you to read the full text of the act and reach out to us if you have any questions. You can find that on our website, which is arkansascitizensfortransparency.org. The 4 is the number 4. It is not spelled out, so it's ARCitizens4, number 4, transparency.org. Functionally, though, the Freedom of Information Act of 1967 was a huge step forward for Arkansas and the country, and really set Arkansas as a leader when it came to sunshine laws and guaranteeing populist rights to know what government is doing. But it still had problems, and it hasn't been perfect. We have struggled with the definition of public meetings, when executive sessions are appropriate, protecting personal privacy. We have struggled with how to enforce our FOIA rights without having to hire a lawyer and go to court. And so what we did as a group is we got our drafting committee together. We held a number of public meetings, and we went across the state and talked to the people about how they need the FOIA to work for them. And we took the smartest people with the most expertise in the Freedom of Information Act that we could find, and we went to work drafting what the people told us need fixed, not what we told the people we wanted to fix. And so what we came up with was some really, I think, elegant resolutions to a number of these problems. We did not solve everything. There will still be issues for us to address in the future and for the General Assembly to take on, but we did a whole lot more than the General Assembly has been able to fix since 1967. And we've done so in a way that is both transparent and efficient. You know, we want to know what government's doing, but we're also taxpayers, and we want our money spent wisely. And so it was important to us that government still work, while it also remembers that we're their boss, not the other way around. So thank you for your donations, for your time, for your signatures, and for your votes. We cannot do this without you, and we greatly appreciate your help.